Hi, welcome back to English 110 Online this week. This week we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be looking at effective visuals and, Chapter 4 short reports. So you're going to view my video for this week's lecture. Read Chapter 3, Workplace Correspondence, page 47 to 61. View the Google slide presentation for Chapter 3 and read Chapter 4, Short Reports, page 64 to 84, and view the Google slide presentation for Chapter 4, including some short videos that are in the presentation. Graded assignments this week, there will be 2 visuals for you to create. Course assignment, creating a visual 1, course assignment, creating a visual 2, and then the course assignment, writing a progress report in memo format. So let's take a look at what we have here. Chapter 3 is on effective visuals, and here are our learning objectives for this week. Here is the slideshow. I just want to make that live so you can see it while I'm here. For the effective visuals. And so when we look at this slideshow, let me wait for it to come up just a second. You will be able to see the different types of visuals that are covered in your textbook. We have tables, which are columns and rows of information. We have charts, which would be something like a flow chart for like management purposes, like here's the person in charge, and then the other people that come underneath that person. And then graphs, which would be line graphs, bar graphs, pie charts or pie graphs, circle graphs, sometimes they're called. And illustrations, which could be a drawing or a camera photo saved as a digital file. So what I've done here with this slideshow presentation is to give you what I consider to be the important points from the chapter. So if you'd rather just look at this instead of reading in the chapter, but you can see the examples in the chapter, and everything I've put in these slides actually comes from the chapter, including some check sheets and everything that are in the actual file. So and then I also have a for chapter 4, and again let me go ahead and make that visible to you. The slideshow presentation on the different kinds of short reports. Now we're only going to be doing one kind of short report this week, but we'll be doing some other kinds later on. We're going to do a progress report for this one, but this will cover page design, different kinds of formats, different types of these short reports that you can do. And so all of that will be in this PowerPoint, even though you'll only be doing a progress report this week. So you can see the different slides that I've included. And again, this is material from the book, including check sheets and things that I think are the highlights, the important things in the chapter. So if you'd rather just watch the PowerPoint or the Google Slides presentation instead of reading the chapter, I think you'll get enough. There's no test on this week. Okay, for our graded assignments this week, we should have made all of this visible beforehand. But anyway, these are the things, and you always will click on this document where it says view this document for directions on how to complete this assignment, and then you'll submit them on this Turnitin link right here. And y'all have been doing a great job getting those done and turned in, and perhaps my problem is that I don't have the whole section showing. So I'm going to fix that. Okay. It's nothing like editing as I go through this, but that's okay. Now everything's visible. Okay, great. So let's look at course assignment 1, and let's take a look at that in a bigger window here. So this again is something that is pulled from your textbook, and if you'd rather look at it in the textbook, you certainly can. But here it's exercise 3.2 from your textbook. Create a visual showing the current cost per gallon for regular and high octane of 3 major brands of gasoline. And so we're in a little bit of a price raised right now. It should be coming back down because the transportation from Texas to here was interrupted, and now it's flowing again. So you should be able to see that, but the price is coming down, but they're still in a point of fluctuation. So you want to be able to observe. You can just ride around and look at the prices of gasoline, but the importance of this assignment is to create a table. So in order to create a table in Google Docs, here's what you do. You click on Insert, you click on Table, you choose your number of columns and rows that you would like, and then you fill in the appropriate information as in each column as it comes up, and label your table with a number and title at the top. Tables are always labeled at the top. They always have a number. So table 1, prices of 3 prices of gasoline, or 3 gasoline prices, however you want to word that. And then you would put your information in. I gave you an example here, 3 comparable brands of lipstick and lip gloss. And so I've got headers like the type of product, lip gloss and lipstick. I've got the brands up here, Maybelline, L'Oreal, and CoverGirl, and then I've got the prices in there. Of course, I just made this up, so I don't know if that's accurate or not. This assignment is going to be 100 points again, and I base it on format, organization, content, grammar, mechanics, and keyboarding errors, which falls under mechanics there. So I think that should be a fairly easy thing for you to do. The hardest part there would be locating some prices, and you could possibly even do that online. And then once you have that created, then you would submit it on this link right here. The next one is to create a visual. Again, I pulled this information from your textbook, and this time, waiting for it to come up, because I can't remember, exercise 3.8 from your textbook. Create a visual showing how you spend your money in a typical month. And so this is going to require you to do a circle chart or pie chart, whatever you want to call it, where it's a circle divided up into slices like a pie is divided up into. And so here are the directions for how to make this in Google Docs. Click on Insert, click on Chart, choose Pie Chart. There's the little icon right there for pie chart. And then a pie chart will appear, but it won't be correct. It'll just be a pie chart that is not correct yet. So you want to click on the pie chart itself, and you'll see a blue border come up around it like this. In the upper right hand corner of the chart, you want to click on the edit, which is this little symbol up here where the arrow is pointing. And then when you click on the edit icon, a Google Sheets page, my scrolling's not doing well, a Google Sheets page will pop up, and then you want to, they'll have information on there for you, like it says term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, and information. You want to replace that information with your own information as to how you use your money during the month. So I gave you an example. I keep scrolling down too far with this. Today it's kind of jerky. All right, so like I replaced it with car payment, utilities, insurance, clothing, entertainment, savings, however you spend your money. So gosh, I didn't put any groceries in there. I guess I should put some groceries in there. But as your information changes on the sheet, when you're doing the sheet, the pie chart will also change. You'll be able to see that it's changing too. All right, so you want to change the title from points scored to something appropriate for your pie chart, such as monthly budget. And you want to double click on the title to be able to change it. So you go up here where it is, double click up here, and then you'll be able to type over it and change it to your title. And when you do that, then of course you'll be able to see the change on your pie chart as well. Go back to the chart in your Google Doc and click on update. So go back, get off this Google Sheets and go back to your Google Doc where you inserted the pie chart. And it's not going to look different here until you go right here where it says update, where the red arrow is pointing. And once you update it there, then you'll be able to see that it will change in your actual document. So we've got monthly budget, we've got all the things labeled here, and the last thing to do is to label it beneath. Tables are always labeled on top with a number and a title. Figures are labeled underneath, and a figure is anything other than a table. So anything other than information that shows up in columns and rows is a figure. It doesn't matter if it's a JPEG file or if it's a bar chart or a pie chart like this. So you would label that figure 1, monthly budget, or whatever, how I spend my money, however you want to do it. And again, it's 100 points, and the grading is based on 20% on your format, 20% on your organization, 20% of your content, 20% of your grammar, mechanics, which includes spelling, punctuation, capitalization, and keyboarding errors for that. So that's the second part of your assignment, and I think those instructions are pretty easy to follow. If you have any problem while you're doing it or need to get more information from me, email me and I will try to work with you and help you on that. Okay, and then our third graded assignment for this week is a progress report in memo format. So you remember back when we did memo format, open this up so you can see the whole document. When we did memo format, it's just the 4 headings at the top, to, from, subject, and date. And so you want to be sure you have that format set up. This is exercise 4.3 in your textbook, and I changed it a little bit, the wording a little bit, but it's the same idea as the exercise 4.3 in your textbook. Write a report to me, your English 110 instructor, so it will be from you to me, outlining your progress in class so far. List attendance, grades, and any other pertinent information, including an objective assessment of your performance so far and the final grade that you anticipate receiving. Use memo format, include a table under the work completed heading. Show the dates of the assignments completed, the title of the assignments completed, and the grade received for the assignments completed, and insert any other graphics that you feel adds value to your report. You want to refer to the memo format on page 25 in Chapter 2, progress report format on page 78 in your book, and follow the instructions for inserting a table into your document from the previous assignment. So it'll be the same as this. And so I made up this information, use correct information from our course to create your document, and then use the same pop-up menu to delete columns or rows that you don't need. And so you can right-click on your document, and you can insert a row below or above, whichever you want to do, and insert columns above and below, delete rows, delete columns. Don't click on delete table or you have to start all over. But it's you don't want to leave any columns or rows blank. Here's an example I gave you because this has a lot to remember from just reading or me talking about it. So I'm showing you here. Here's your 4 headings up it. I put the date first, then to, from, and subject. And then you need something to let me know what this is all about. So you're going to type in, I'm sending you this report to let you know of my progress in English 110. I will include work completed, work in progress, work remaining, and an assessment of my experience in the course. You can copy my wording for that if you would like to. And then under a subheading, you're going to have work completed. See table 1 below for the work that has been completed to date in this course, because you always want to introduce a table with words in your text. So see table 1 below, and then we're going to give it a title with a number, table 1, work completed in English 110. We're going to create the table here. We're going to put in the dates that you completed the work, the titles of the assignment, and the grades that you've received. So you only have to put in that chart what we've done so far. Work in progress. I'm currently working on or writing short reports such as progress reports and incident reports. I just wrote that out in a sentence because that's what we're actually currently doing. And work remaining, by the end of the course, I will have completed 2 more portfolios of my best work, a presentation of instructions, and a final exam. And the assessment of the course, so far, the course is going well. I've learned a lot. I currently have a B average in the class, but I hope to finish with an A. So, you know, feel free to use my words, change them to suit your circumstance, but put in your actual information in this. All right, and again, 100 points for the assignment. Format, 20%, organization, 20%, content, 20%, grammar, 20%, mechanics, 20% for that assignment. So 3 assignments to do this week, but I'm hoping that they'll be fairly easy for you. If you have any problem with any of the assignments, please let me know, because I will be glad to help you and guide you. I want you to be successful in the course, so just always contact me. And if one other thing, I will have office hours, virtual office hours, so you can always contact me that way as well. Don't forget that you have that option. It's not required, but you always have that option too. So thank you so much, and have a great week.